G'day guys, Tom and Wade here, back with another episode of Wine Unfiltered, where we taste and review the hottest new arrivals into the Different Drops store. Wade, my friend, how are you today?
I'm good, Tom. I'm good.
How's the shoulder feeling? Do we need to discuss that?
I don't think we need to discuss. Don't race award-winning winemaker Julian Langworthy up the stairs at Woolloomooloo at 10 o'clock at night after being...
Was it the right shoulder or the left shoulder?
It's that shoulder.
So you actually dislocated the shoulder, didn't you?
I did dislocate my shoulder.
So just for context, you were drinking rosé on a boat all day with Jules.
Correct.
Probably better than drinking Cabernet all day.
Yep.
And you've
it started with every vintage of Chardonnay and Cabernet he's ever made under the Nocturne label.
Right.
So it was 10 years of those.
Congratulations to Julian.
Shout out, Jules.
Yeah.
Wines look smoking. Then it was
as far as you remember.
Then it was like 3 hours on a boat in the harbour.
Yeah.
Really lovely. Got shit weather.
Yeah.
But it was lovely.
Despite the rain and the chop and the general inclement August weather in Sydney, Nocturne Rosé boat trip was a win.
Absolute success. Yeah, and
it's a tough gig, isn't it? Because you know, while you were doing that, you know where I was?
You were at Grosset.
I was at Key.
Yeah.
With Mr. Jeff Grosset, and you know, Wade, it's a funny thing. I've actually got a Grosset wine here to taste. Should we get into our tasting?
Let's get stuck in. All right. So first cab off the rank today is the 2025 Polish Hill Riesling from Grosset.
So the brand new 2025 release from the King of the Clare, Jeff Grosset. As always, Polish Hill Riesling, Springvale Riesling, Alea Riesling. For a bit of fun, we also chucked in the Chardonnay, the Gaia, the Shiraz Nero blend, the Fiado, a bit of everything. We love the wines of Grosset, but Polish Hill is the flagship every year, so we thought it'd be good to have a look at, see how the 25 looks. This is your first look at this wine.
Tis.
So 25 vintage, a challenging vintage in the Clare. We've spoken a little bit about 25s with some of our other producers. Warm, dry, hot, fast. So if you didn't have good control of your vineyards, it was definitely a challenging season coming after the really cool years that preceded it. When you talk about control of vineyards, you don't get any more control in your vineyards than Grosset. All their own sites. These days, all certified organic and biodynamic. And I think Jeff really, swam through the vintage well.
So I don't know what his thoughts on the vintage are. Like, how does he rank it?
He was a little bit evasive in terms of like where, pigeonholing. But what he said was, okay, there was a more challenging vintage than the few before it.
Yep.
I mean, these beautiful cool years in 21, 22, 23, and even 24. But then the vineyards are in such better nick as well. And he was talking about just the clear difference he can see in the last few years since he's been certified biodynamic and really going all the way with that farming approach. And what a clear difference it makes to the wines. When comparing to some of the older ones. So it's like hard to compare to older vintages because the farming is so different. I think the wine, I don't know what you think, but I thought it looked delicious, probably a little bit more immediate than the last couple.
That's my first thought is, in terms of like if you're stacking this against other vintages of Polish Hill, like I'm thinking like, particularly the 21 and the 24, they were both like really tight, really like almost quiet at this stage, like almost a little bit more muted on the nose. It's really expressive, and it's like Polish Hill always has that really intense iron bar of acidity through the backbone.
Yeah. And power.
But this year, it feels like it's just got a little bit more breadth on the palate. I don't know. What do you think? Like that's
my thoughts exactly. And I mean, some people may see that as a negative. It isn't. It's a stylistic thing. So I think if you're collecting these every year, the last few are definitely to lay down in that 20, 30 year window. This will go the distance, but it's probably one that delivers a lot of that great Polish Hill character right away.
Some years, Polish Hill is tough work on release.
Yeah.
This one isn't.
No,
that's ready to go.
Yeah. Look, the wines are amazing, as always. Never a hair out of place for the Grosset wines, nor Jeff.
Never a hair out of place. That's hilarious. Good job, Jeff.
Also, a shout out, we tasted the Grosset wines alongside the Mount Horrocks release with Steph was there as well.
Oh, was she? Yeah, cool.
And I got to say, like, they're not quite ready yet. They'll be released shortly, but the 25 Mount Horrocks Riesling was outrageous as well. So,
well, maybe Australia's best Riesling to kick things off.
Sure.
Right.
Should we head to maybe the Canary Islands' best Lístan Blanco? Why not, right? Mm-hmm. Let's do it. So, heading overseas. Now, so these wines have been really fun over the last few weeks, haven't they? Envínate. So, Envínate.
We tasted, there's a million wines in this Envínate lineup. We tasted a bunch of them, 3-4 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Really, really exciting, really cool stuff.
Fascinating project, hey?
Crazy.
It's four like winemaker friends from around Spain. See if I can get the names right. Roberto Santana, Jose Martinez, Laura Ramos, and Alfonso Torrete. And young guys.
Good work.
Thank you. I've been practicing that for hours.
Nice. I can't believe you nailed that.
We're good mates.
Yeah.
Particularly Alfonso is a character. So really fascinating project. They basically work within the Canary Islands regions and specifically around Tenerife, as well as in Ribera del Sacra, where they're making amazing wines out of Mencia and other varieties. So, worlds apart, but the focus is on these kind of high altitude and coastal, volcanic, old, abandoned vineyards and doing really cool things with these wines. So this is 100% Lístan Blanco. For those playing at home, Lístan Blanco, of course, Wade, is
Palomino.
Oh,
dude, you got to just shut up and taste this wine. Hey?
Don't keep talking. You just have your moment.
So good.
You just enjoy yourself. You've only got one arm.
Okay, thank you.
So Lístan Blanco, a 100-year-old vineyard in the centre of Tenerife. I believe it's the oldest and highest altitude vineyard, about 600 metres altitude on the island. Lístan Blanco, they use this interesting trellising technique. The importer shows some cool pictures where they have like the old shoots and the new shoots kind of interlocked and braided. It's called like Tenzano or Trenzano or something like that.
Yep.
This technique, and really, really interesting stuff. But they're gnarly old vines. It's hand-picked. It's naturally fermented. It goes into these large foudres, like 2,500 litre foudres, and left to do its thing, basically.
Dude, okay. So I love dry Palomino, like that isn't turned into sherry. I love Palomino as table wines.
That saltiness is...
This might be the best one I've ever tasted though. Like I am not fucking around, dude. That is unbelievably cool. So really, really intense, really slaty. There's a Fino sherry kick to the nose, definitely.
Yeah, and that's like that sea spray kind of character, hey.
So salty, so minerally, so chalky.
It's like a margarita.
It's fucking, yeah. And there's like lime salt, like lemon salt, like kind of, it feels like coarse and like defined and chiseled.
And there's this awesome texture to the palate without being heavy.
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of the times in Australian
the
wine,
acid is so racy.
In Australian wine, it's often really hard to get texture without weight. The two kind of go hand in hand. That has texture and complexity, but still feels so fresh. It's cool, eh?
Dude.
Yeah, I'm stoked with that.
Oh, dude. I love that.
Yeah.
We don't make anything like this in Australia. So like
No, that's what I mean. When we try, we can make these really interesting textural styles that maybe carry some of the same hallmarks, but they're going to be much bigger.
Yeah.
Like this is lean and zippy, but still so much going on.
It's fucking crazy.
Do actually, at home at the moment, I've got the Benjay Blanco open, which is the entry-level white.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, I don't know if it's my bottle, but it's really textural and golden. Like, it's like a lot more intense and upfront than this, but this has complexity for days. It's cool, huh?
Yeah. Whoa. I'm into it. Very, very cool wine.
So, guys, check out all the Envínate wines.
Yeah, all the whites are sort of these textural, local varieties. But then, but all the reds were like really light on their feet.
Yeah.
Really like dainty, precise.
Yeah.
Think like, I don't know, between Mencia and Grenache or something like that.
Yeah.
That kind of vibe. Hey.
Well, I think they're all made from Mencia.
Are they all?
So.
Are they?
Well, definitely Mencia.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So then some other native varieties. But no, very, very cool wines.
Sick.
Exciting project, guys. Well worth checking out Envínate.
Yeah, and check out some of those vineyards. They're nuts.
Yeah, the image is incredible, hey?
Yeah.
All right, coming back locally now, and this is an exciting new producer.
Speaking of extreme altitudes.
Yeah, so Bindu Orange. So this is Canobolas Wines, which is a revival of an older vineyard and label in the Orange region of central New South Wales. So about 3 or 4 hours west of Sydney. You're heading, it's quite high altitude. There are vineyards in Mount Canobolas to get up to 1,000 metres. I don't know the altitude of this, but it's on the way up the mountain anyway. It's a higher altitude than a lot.
It's 820 metres, Thomas.
820. Wow.
Yeah. Oh.
And the owner is a guy called Jonathan or Jono Maddock. Now Jono is a very experienced winemaker. He was the one of the chief winemakers at Handpicked, which is like a big, more kind of corporate commercial producer. But he was in charge of all their Victorian and Tasmanian premium wines, and they made some amazing Chardonnays and Pinots from some brilliant vineyards in Handpicked. And then he moved back to New South Wales, started his label, opened the cellar door recently as well. Great fella, really, really passionate about the vineyard and trying to, I guess, excuse the pun, elevate orange to a new standard.
Yeah, so there's a cool crew of producers in orange coming through at the moment.
Absolutely.
So you've got Jono is relatively new in the area, but then you've got Will Gilbert, he's a bit of a ring-in, isn't he, Will? Well, he's in Mudgee, but all of his good booze comes from orange.
He just needs to bite the bullet and move to orange.
He does, yeah.
Sorry, Mudgee.
Then you got Tom Ward, obviously, at Swinging Bridge.
Steve and
Charlou.
Yep.
Yeah,
Charlou. Jeff Byrne.
Jeff Byrne. Yeah.
And then you got some of the established guys like Ross Hill and Printhy, who are always trying to make more premium wines as well.
Printhy Fizz, obviously, the Swift Fizz is great. So.
Yeah. So there's definitely an attitude, an increasingly ambitious attitude in Orange to not just being a tourist wine destination, but making really serious wines. And I think, hands down, Chardonnay is the best grape.
Definitely.
The Pinot is interesting and exciting. Riesling, some lovely Rieslings. Some really interesting Cabernet Francs, including, just quietly, their Cabernet Franc is awesome. But Chardonnay is where it's at. And this is, arguably in the top 2 or 3 already in just its second or third vintage.
Yeah, it won a bunch of trophies and a bunch of stuff last year.
This is the new 23.
This is the new 23. And
so really schisty soils, I think, up there.
But he's it's pretty dulled up, isn't it? Pretty swish oak on it. And it's not afraid of oak, clearly.
No, but it's quite it's only 11.8% alcohol. So that's what you see in orange.
It's flavour ripe.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel...
Because the acid is so intense up there, you can throw a little bit of oak at it and give it that
full Malo
cuddliness.
Yeah. Because otherwise it'd rip your teeth out with acid.
And these are cool years as well. So
delicious wine, man.
Isn't it?
It's a big glass of Chardonnay.
It's really exciting because I think the region has so much to offer. It's such a great place to visit. There's a great buzz around orange. And this is a label that you really need to check out. So.
Absolutely. Go orange. On fire at the moment.
Go Jono. Go Canobolas.
All right.
Good mountain, Canobolas.
Good word.
Yeah, great word.
Canobolas.
I think you just liked the word.
Dale. All right. Next.
Go red. Are we up to the reds?
We are.
All right. Now, this is a special wine that we're opening today for a number of reasons.
Yes.
Where would you be without me, Wade? Probably not with a dislocated shoulder. So, Bannockburn. Now, Bannockburn as a brand in Australia needs no introduction. But what's exciting this year is it's the 50th anniversary. So we're just doing the premium single vineyard Bannockburn release as we speak.
Yep.
Going live any moment. And this is the 50th anniversary since those vines were planted back in 1975, 76.
So
it's 50th vintage.
Yeah, no, so it's planted...
Where did we settle on that?
So it's planted in 74.
Yeah.
The first vines were planted there.
Yeah, so we're celebrating the 51
But so it must have been Chardonnay and Shiraz and a few other bits and pieces. Yeah. First Pinot vines is this block, which is in 76. So Matt Holmes, who's the winemaker there at the moment, he's always liked this particular parcel because it's a particularly low yielding, quite dense parcel. Obviously, oldest vines in the vineyard as well for Pinot stock. But I think it's usually just gone into the estate, Bannockburn estate. It's sort of given it a little bit more muscle, a little bit more backbone. But it just it looks very well coordinated and planned. This 50-year anniversary, 50 years of Bannockburn. And then they've got these 2 new wines. So there's a new Chardonnay and a new Pinot this year.
You know how I know it's not planned or like that? Because Matt Holmes hasn't got a marketing bone in his body.
He does not at all.
He hates being on the road, you can tell. He came in the other day to see us.
He likes coming in here, I reckon.
Yeah, well, mate, obviously. I mean, everyone likes coming in here. But He's very kind of more introverted bloke who's just a great winemaker, and he's not the kind of natural spokesman, but he does a good job.
Very, very lovely dude.
Yeah.
And a shithole winemaker. Like, seriously good winemaker.
And so, I just love what's happened to these wines over the last decade since Matt took over. That's no disrespect to Michael Glover before him and obviously Gary Farr, but just the focus on purity and elegance that's come into this brand. So, which is really well exemplified in this. And it's a single clone MV6 planting. And what you get is more concentrated, small berries, more structure, more intensity, which was with the backbone of that other wine with more younger plantings coming on board now. They've saw the opportunity to pull it out and do it as its own single block release, which is really exciting. And it's no whole bunch. So now this whole bunch and Bannockburn have been two things that have gone hand in hand over the years, right? But this is all distinct.
So the Bannockburn signature of this vineyard is like, even with zero whole bunch, the wines look a bit bunchy. Like, it's a bit mulchy. It's earthy. It's autumnal.
Yeah.
Like, that's the style of Pinot that they make here. And I said when Matt was here, I'm like, I'm going to sound like a complete dumbass, but it actually does have like a slight olive briny kind of kick to it, this wine. And I don't know if it's like the olive tree hill power of suggestion, but it definitely does. Yeah. Like, I was just tasting it again then, and I was like, was I just like, did the label do me? But no, I don't think it did. I think it's definitely.
But if you told me there's no whole bunch
Pinot
there, like, and this is the thing, you put your nose in a Bannockburn Pinot and it looks bunchy. And what do we mean by that? It looks kind of earthy, stalky, spicy, smokiness kind of thing that's often a character from whole bunch fermented wines. This is 100% destemmed fruit. No bunches, no stalks, no anything to be seen near this. Does contain a fair whack of new oak, as you'd expect with the intensity.
Yeah, but like, it just rides that new oak so easily. It's given it a nice kind of gloss and sheen to it. Yeah. And if anything, it's probably just rounded the tannin out a little bit as well. But I think it's just a beautiful wine. And it's such a unique expression of Pinot. Like, even in an Australian context, like Bannockburn Pinot, like, you'd spot it from 50 yards away. Yeah. Like, it's totally its own thing in Oz wine.
It's quite red fruited, isn't it? I mean, Geelong Pinot compared to, say, the Yarra Valley or Moynihan can often look a little bit more intense.
If you look at like Nick Farr's down the road, like, they're much darker than this.
Yeah.
Actually,
maybe not in recent years.
Like,
I'm thinking more of just other Bannockburn Pinots. It could just be the vintage too. Like, I know 24 was a little bit more of a upfront kind of playful vintage compared to 22, 23, where there's more hang time, more structure. So this is really charming, like, seriously ready to drink, hey?
Great job, Matt.
So full release of Bannockburn in the store. I don't know for how long, but it'll be there for some time. So we've got the olive tree Pinot, the Delaterre Pinot, and the Serre, of course. And then we have, in the Chardonnays, we have the SRH Chardonnay, we have the Grigsby, and another new Chardonnay, the winery block, it's called.
Yeah.
So there's 6 now. They've gone from 4 to 6. There were 3 before, and then Grigsby, and then these other 2. So 6 single block Chardies and Pinots now from Bannockburn, plus the estate Chardie and Pinot, which are great wines as always. So
imagine if a leading online retailer put together a mixed 6-pack that had all 6 of those icon wines for the 50th anniversary of Bannockburn.
That would be amazing. Imagine it was called the Bannockburn Anniversary Masterclass Pack. That's a good idea.
All right, enough.
We should contact some of the...
All right. Shout out to Bannockburn, 50 years and still kicking strong. All right.
Yum. Oh, it's delicious, dude.
It's really good. Speaking of delicious, how shit are my segues today, by the way?
Nah, they're good.
I think
you still got it.
Okay. Shout out to Luke Lambert. This is the 2023 release of the Lambert Nebbiolo.
Aren't we opening some ballers today, mate?
Absolutely crushing it today, Thomas.
Hashtag no shit wine here.
Hashtag Thirsty Thursday. This is a bit of a swan song wine, isn't it?
Well, yes and no.
Well,
You're still going to make this wine.
No.
You're still making Yarra Neb.
Yeah, but it's not this.
A different side.
It's not Denton.
No, it's not Denton. No,
this is the last Denton Nebbiolo under the Lambert Nebbiolo.
Luke Lambert, a dear friend of ours, a much loved producer. If ever a producer fit the term like artisan, it was Luke. Like, does things his own way. He's got a tiny little shed. His barrel program consists of 5 giant foudres, and that's it.
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
And he makes Nebbiolo, Syrah, and Chardonnay, but the focus and the passion for Luke is 100% on Nebbiolo. That's the future of his brand, is to put as much of his energy as he can purely into Nebbiolo. This wine, the Yarra Valley Nebbiolo, has been the most sought after Australian Neb, comfortably, for the last 6 or 8 years, I'd say. And excitingly, he has his own vineyard, Sparkletown. Let's talk a little bit about Sparkletown and then maybe talk about this.
Sure.
Or should we do it the other way?
No, let's talk about this first.
Okay.
So this is the wine that really... So Luke's Nebbiolo program starts... he's sourcing from Malakoff Vineyard originally. Yeah. So it's always been Victorian.
Pyrenees.
Yeah, so it's Pyrenees fruit.
Warmer.
Riper, richer.
Some may say a little minty. I did so.
But really good, right? So that's where he's getting his eye in on how to make Neb. Then he started, it was a real partnership between Luke and the Dentons to sort of just attack this Nebbiolo program from the ground up at Denton Hill. So it's a really crazy terroir in terms of the Yarra Valley. There's not a lot of granite in the Yarra. There's a lot of talking to Mel Chester, right? And it's either red volcanic dirt or it's brown grey loam. This is granite. I'm talking chunks of rock.
Yeah.
And so they had 8 clones there. They did clonal trials over many, many years. Luke was helping make their wines, also taking some fruit for himself. So this is the last vintage of Denton. And it's a pretty cool one.
It's gorgeous. 23, cool, pretty vintage. And you see that in this wine. This, Luke is a lover of Barolo. This is not Barolo, right? The tannin is so much finer and more subtle, and it's there. It's kind of sandy and grainy. It's not chewy. And the fruit is really red-fruited and vibrant and pretty. And I'm not going to say Valtellina because that has this other kind of Alpine herb character.
No, this is fleshy as
kind of Barbaresco or maybe Langy Neb.
It's
its own thing.
Yeah, it is its own thing. And you end up getting yourself in an absolute mess if you try and compare it to Italian Nebbiolo because it's got a pretty distinct Australian accent. And that's the warmth and the plushness. And particularly this 23. I think 21 and 22 were a lot more... Luke calls it backwards. He wants those really fucking angry wines that take
He's an angry man, isn't he, Luke?
He's a bit of a grump. So he kind of wants his Nebbiolo to be a bit grumpy. This is probably the friendliest and rosiest and most sunshiny Neb in probably since 18, maybe? Something like that.
But Luke's in a pretty rosy, sunshiny place right now in his life.
He seems exceedingly happy. That was the happiest we've seen him in many, many years.
Yeah, we had a great visit with Luke recently. And
he's happy because Sparkletown.
Yeah. So maybe the most exciting wine-making project in the country. It's one of them. It's in the top few.
It's a slow burn.
We're down the top. So following the top of that ridgeline corner and then down the bottom and back up this ridgeline on the left. So it's a funny old shape. It's almost like a love heart shape. Yeah. We're headed towards central Victoria and the weather gets hard, right? It gets hotter, gets drier. Like I told you guys before, I wanted an unirrigated vineyard. Was this going to be close enough to that to get us there? And it has been. But the attractive part about the slope, being east-northeast, and it just shrugs away from all that hot weather that comes out of the north, so much of that warm, dry weather in summer. And in here, it's just a teensy bit more protected from that wind. And it just felt sheltered enough, certainly warm enough. The cool nights are a massive bonus because it's overall, on average, cooler than the Yarra here is what I've seen. So picking dates are 3 weeks after. And we haven't really started pruning yet, but I'm looking forward to actually, these canes are actually plenty healthy, and will be fruitful. It's no longer a baby vine, that cane. You'd like to think that there's a bunch of shoot in there and a bottle of wine off each of these vines. So
good, man. Very exciting.
Yeah.
How much time have you spent in Piedmont?
Oh, months, not years. But I wish I'd done a full season, a full cycle, pruning all the way through. I should have done that, but there was never the time. I had to come back here.
I don't even know what that would really teach you about growing Nebbiolo in Australia.
I think it'd confuse the issue. Like I mean, it would have been interesting. Yeah.
From scratch, right?
Yeah, because it's just a very different, very, very different environment here. Totally different.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't try and grow Barolo here.
No.
You just got to make whatever this is.
No. You know, part of the, managing the vines would have been interesting to have a bit more info, but I feel like we've picked that up through Denton and the years at Denton, as far as managing canopy and crucially the fruit load as well, which is it can be really productive. When to thin and how many times you have to go back through and get it right.
And like what a healthy crop looks like.
What a healthy crop looks like, because you can miss the mark. Good times turn bad with Nebbiolo really quickly. Yeah. So there's predominantly Mat 3 down there. That's like an acre at the front, and we're in the 230. So those two clones are, they're going to make up the majority. And then there's sprinklings of other stuff that's been put in for interest's sake to see.
So it's like 5 years since you planted the first.
They've had 5 growing seasons, have they? Yeah, the early bits. Yeah, that's right. And and I expected that it was going to take 8. Up here, this hard environment, unirrigated, Nebbiolo. I'd said to Rosalind, like, it's going to be 8 years before we see a wine, and it's been 4.
Yeah, that's amazing that you actually got a wine.
Yeah. Yeah, it couldn't have worked out better, really.
So Sparkletown, he's just put into barrel the very first fruit that's come off that vineyard. It's got taken by birds the last couple of years.
Yeah.
He tells us very, very exciting, more dense, powerful, structured. We can't wait. Unfortunately, though, it's going to be a while before we get a finished wine into the market off this site.
I think 2030.
So he was saying, I think the 26 vintage, he's optimistic. He'll have enough to fill in his foudres, and then it's going to spend 2 years in foudre and 2 years in bottle, and then he'll release.
Yeah.
So 2030, guys. But hey, it's coming around quick. The year's
Jump
flying by.
on the mailing list here if you want to sign up for a pre-release.
It'll be worth it when it comes. In the meantime, we have this gorgeous Nebbiolo. There might be some other Nebbiolos coming from Luke's in the next 12 months as well, which is really exciting. And it's just a fantastic one.
Yeah. Lambert Nebbiolo ready to drink now. Not often you say that. But
And we actually have stock for once.
Yeah.
Because we bought every single bottle we could.
Yeah.
We bullied them into giving us more stock. So if you're quick, you can get a bottle or two of Neb.
All right.
Should we stick with the Italian theme?
Let's do it.
Should we head to
Final one.
Should we head to Tuscany, mate?
Let's head to Tuscany.
All right.
This is the 2021 Fontodi Chianti Classico. So we've done a little bit of a shout out to some 21 Piedmont things here recently.
Yeah.
Some Barolo, some Barbaresco, lots of big write-ups. Antoni Galloni, the guru for Venice, who does all things at Italy, was saying that he reckons 21 Chianti Classico is the best vintage he's ever seen. Off the bat. So,
And Fontodi, one of the real stars of Chianti, the Magnetti family there, been doing their thing for several decades now and have really honed their craft. What I've loved, this is my first look at this wine, what I've loved about the Fontodis I've tried is there's definitely a bit more restraint in the winemaking compared to some other of the bigger Chianti producers. Like there's more tank used, more old oak, and trying to, I guess, show off this great fruit.
mate, freshness. Like if you flip through the dictionary and look up Chianti Classico, that's what it looks like. Like it's got signature Sangiovese, like leather, ripe, like sort of beautifully ripe, but really fresh cherry. The tannin is just smooth as you like. It's just, how good is Sangiovese?
Yeah.
It's the best. It may not be the best, but it's up there with the best.
When it's made like that.
Yeah.
Like you say, that's what the definition of Chianti Classico is. I don't know if I fully agree with that because there's a lot of Chianti I've tried over the last 10 years that hasn't looked like that. That's looked much more oaky, much heavier. And I was there a couple of years ago. And,
You think?
Yeah, I think so. From what I've tried, I think there's...
This is what good Chianti looks like.
Yeah, no arguments there. This is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is what I like about Fontodi is more restraint. You know, like there's a definite deliberate attempt to pull back. Like, there's no new oak in this.
No.
You know, like
why would you put new oak on this?
Or there's no Merlot. You know, there's no little passes. It's
Totally.
It's really pure. It looks more familiar to us in that respect, like more Aussie in some respects.
Yeah.
Because it's just about brightness and freshness, but then you get all of that Italian savoury, tomatoey, tannin as well.
So much tannin. It's just delightful. So there's a couple of like, I guess you'd call them cru wines that sit above this. But really, if you just want to have a look at what the 21 vintage is like.
Yeah, this is an awesome representation, eh?
Beautiful, like bright, ready to drink now. Will sell it 10 to 15 years if you wanted to. Great halfway bet each way. And a real, like, I guess like a good kind of like benchmarker for the region.
Yeah.
Highly recommend checking this out. See if you want to stock up on more 21 Chianti.
Yeah, definitely a vintage for the collectors. So check out 21's elegant. All right, mate. That's some of the big hits of the week. We're going to do our weekly deep dive, a weekly feature. But first, we've got a little chat with one of our favourite producers.
With the Lloyd brothers, Peter and Duncan.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much, guys. Coriol and June. Got a few questions for you guys. You ready?
Fire away.
Yep,
They're
too
very,
easy.
very difficult questions.
Yeah, good.
Good, looking forward to this.
What to you guys? What makes McLaren Vale a special place to make wine?
The community is huge, so we, if we have a pump breakdown, we might borrow one off our neighbours, or if we're, looking to share information, we'll call one up. So all these people are our competitors, but we share so much information, we share stuff, we share equipment, because we do really believe in, the greater good of McLaren Vale. So when we're out talking about Coriol or talking about June, we're just as much talking about McLaren Vale as our own brands. And that, I think you would, notwithstanding a couple of strange people, but most people are really part of that and feel a strong value in doing that. So I could call up all sorts of people in the district now and have a chat about something that was on my mind, or searching for a bit of fruit or whatever it might be. So that community spirit in this district is huge.
What's a memorable winemaking mistake that you've made?
A memorable wine-making mistake.
I've never made one.
Over
to you, Duncan.
Yeah. So that's pretty simple, isn't it?
Definitely not anything in stock.
What have we done? Yeah, you always have to, we've talked about this before, you often have to kind of move a few barrels of something every year out of the winery.
Vinegar, Duncan?
Vinegar. We have a strong vinegar program.
I should do, yeah.
But no, probably, I just see in recent times, probably just playing around with some sort of, carbonic whole bunch stuff with probably not the most appropriate vessels to do it in. Yes. I think it's sort of that's a real lesson. You've got to make sure you've got the right equipment for the jobs.
Mark, your father said you're not pouring some wine down the sink every year, you're doing something wrong or something else.
Yeah, well, you've got to give yourself permission to make some vinegar each year. Otherwise, you're not experimenting hard enough, I think is the point. A barrel or two is fine, maybe not 5,000 litres.
Yeah, that's right.
Last question for you both. What does a perfect day look like for you guys away from making wine?
For me, it'd be, my wife's from Melbourne, so it would be, just walking through Collingwood or Fitzroy with my wife and my daughter and finding somewhere great to eat, and walking through Carlton Gardens, or, from me, it's such a world away from here. Yeah. Great enjoyment in that.
Definitely family time, that's a pretty big part of our lives at the moment, so actually having the sort of day uninterrupted to spend with the kids is pretty important.
You've passed the test, because the other people who've asked this question is, beers, boys, footy with the boys, fishing with the boys.
Well, we're not known for our sporting prowess in our family.
That's great. No. Peter, Duncan, Lloyd, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Coriol, beautiful. Should we go have some lunch, drink some wine?
Absolutely.
Sounds
Thanks
good.
for coming.
Thanks for visiting.
Cheers.
All right, mate. Now, this week's feature, our deep dive, is one of the more special producers to us that we work with every year.
Yeah.
And that is, of course, Ochota Barrels.
Yes. One of my favourite tastings of the year, every year.
And we've had to wait a few extra weeks this year.
Yeah.
It's usually August. It's back to September, which is kind of funny given that it was an early vintage.
Yeah.
What's Amber been doing?
I don't know. Chilling.
So now we've got all. What do we land on with the wines? We're going to taste the
we've
reds.
got everything here. So we could just do the reds. I definitely want to taste the Meunier.
Should we just open it? Let's just open everything.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, all right. Let's just open.
All right.
We're going to open every single wine from the 2025
We'll have
release.
the speed taster though.
We'll speed taste it. Wade's got somewhere to be. Do you want me to?
Yeah. Yes, please do.
So, mate, talk about Ochota Barrels.
Ochota Barrels. So, situated in the beautiful basket range of the Adelaide Hills. They're really one of the OGs of the sort of, I don't know, they're not natural winemakers or
You
anything.
can say that. I mean, you know, of what everyone thought the natural wine movement is and was, is they were one of the first to
Whatever
go down
the
that
good
direction.
bits of natural winemaking are,
Yeah.
these guys fit that category.
Yeah.
So it was Taras and Amber that started it.
Yeah.
Taras sadly passed away a few years ago. Amber's been sort of keeping the brand going strong and really going from strength to strength over the last
Amazing. Well,
few
she
years.
mentioned this is the 10th release since Taras passed away,
5 years.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's 2 releases a year. She's kept everything just as was. I understand that Taras gave very detailed instructions with every wine and everything, how to run the business and everything before he passed away. He had a degenerative illness, and she's done a simply incredible job keeping the brand going. She was heavily involved while Taras was making the wines, of course, but she's had to really step up also with young kids. And a farm to manage. She gets ample help from Louis Schofield. This is a winemaker for a long time. Lucas is there these days. Taras's dad Yari.
Yep.
The kids are jumping.
It's a full family affair.
It's a full family affair, and it's great fun. I was there during vintage last year. Popped in, and it's a madhouse, but it's beautiful. You go down this long driveway into the forest. You lose phone reception. You come to the shed at the end of the drive with the house just up on the hill. There's kids running around everywhere. There's dogs running around everywhere. There's people fixing cars, and there's guests popping in, and there's food being served, and there's wine being made, and it's chaotic. But as Amber says, we welcome it because that's the beauty of the place. I said to Wade when he came back, it's just there's some magic sparkle dust,
Some pixie dust.
sprinkled on that place.
Totally.
It's really special, and Amber's the best. So. 2025, our first look at the wines.
Yeah, so
She can I read a couple of her notes because it's
that's a good line. That's a good
I
bar.
love what she had to say about the vintage. So she sends a letter from Vintage 25. This year started with a bang, like a premature baby whose parents haven't quite finished nesting. The grapes are ready to pick before we were quite expecting them. Luckily, we're on top of everything. The winery is scrubbed, ready to go. The barrels are waiting in silence. The dogs and children eager for the thrill and mayhem, which is vintage. So, and she goes on to say the weather was hot. It was the hottest, driest year in a long time.
Yeah, and I think across the board you see like all the Ochota Barrels wines. You know, it's always low alcohols.
Yeah.
Like for what you would think of the antithetical South Australian wines, right?
Yeah.
They're picked early. They're all about freshness, brightness, levity, detail. The weird berries. So. Always just such a good way to kick off a tasting.
Yeah.
Because this is the anti-Gewürz, basically. the weird berries in the woods is Gewürztraminer. This year it's picked at 11.4% alcohol, but you taste it and it's a bit of a head fuck, isn't it? Because it's like really light and fresh, but because it goes through, it spent some time in barrel, it goes through full malo, which is really bizarre for a Gewürz. It's basically made the opposite way that you would think to make any aromatic white. And what that does is it kind of compresses, it sort of mutes some of those really ostentatious, flowery top notes that you can get from Gewürz. Because it can be pretty gross. Big, blousy, oily, greasy Gewürz, I think is pretty gross. Whereas this is picked, so it's got so much acid and zip.
Delicious,
yeah,
dude.
and
I'm so happy. That's yummy. And I'm always so happy tasting these wines. They just put a smile on your face.
They do. Yes.
And yeah, exactly as you say, there's this texture there that feels like it shouldn't be there, but it just is. And it just works. It just works, doesn't
Rock
it?
and roll.
Rock and roll. So we're gonna whip through.
We're going to speed taste, yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Weird berries.
So, Surfer
All
Rosa.
right, let's go. So now the thing about Ochota is they have their own vineyard, but they work with a number of different sites that they source fruit from all around the Adelaide Hills, but also McLaren Vale.
Yeah. So Surfer Rosa is the rosé.
Look at the colour.
It's always made to be drunk in a combi van on the way to the beach. Not while you're driving. Maybe get to the beach, then open the Surfer Rosa.
Yes.
Maybe go for a surf, then come back.
No, little splash before the surf. Surf, come back, bigger splash.
Bigger splash.
Responsibly drive home, bigger splash.
Correct. Yes, that's how you do it. This cuvee has bounced around a little bit. Was 100% Grenache, then it moved to 100% Pinot. Now I think it kind of splits the difference. I think it's mostly Pinot.
I think this is Grenache.
Is it good?
This is back to 100% McLaren Vale,
Okay, cool.
Old Vine Grenache.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it's the same. I think it's the Green Room Vineyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Always.
and Grenache in the Onkaparinga kind of section of of McLaren Vale. So on the kind of north, kind of eastern part of the Vale, as you kind of head back towards the hills.
Yeah.
It's always tasty.
Strawberry,
Yeah.
a little bit of raspberry coulis, a little bit of orange peel, slight little like Negroni note to it.
It's just delicious. What is
And
it?
it's just
There's a nice little
does
liquor.
what it says on the tin.
There's a nice little liquor texture.
Yeah.
See some
It's
oak.
It's a
There's
little
that
fluffier, maybe.
Yeah, fluffy's a good word.
Yeah.
But it's really pink, pretty aromatics, but then the texture has this lovely, gentle creaminess to it underneath as well. That's going to be a banging rosé of the spring, hey?
Yeah. We don't need to wank on too much about it. It's just made to be belted, that wine. And belt it we shall, Thomas.
Belt it we shall.
All right. Now things get a
This
little
is a
bit weird.
speed tasting. I
Yeah,
like
look at the
it.
speed taste. All right, cool. Texture like sun. Golden brown.
Texture like sun.
sun.
Do you know any other words?
Lay me down. My No, I'm gonna cut all this out. All right, texture like sun. Texture like sun is, depending on the year, it's usually like my favourite wine in the lineup.
Can we remember the blend? Pinot, Grenache.
It's about 30% Pinot.
Yeah, 24% Grenache in the red then.
And
then bits of Gamay.
It's about
Gewurz.
It's about 24% Gewurz as well.
Yeah,
and
right.
then the rest of it is made up of Gamay and Pinot Meunier.
Pinot Meunier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the fridge red.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, you can probably put all of the Ochota Barrels reds in the fridge.
Put anything in the fridge. This is Australia,
But
mate.
this is like this little step up from rosé, but it's kind of in the same category. The label is, as always, just hilariously impossible to read, but just love it.
Yes! This is always like this is a totally out of the box wine, obviously with a mix of red and white grapes. It's kind of like I don't know, when you go to the fridge and you like pull out all the whatever's left and you just make like some epic pasta and you're like, oh my God, how does that taste so good? Because you've just got every wicked ingredient, smash it all together. That's what this wine is. Some years it's like kind of funky. This year it is not. This is like frisky, bright, juicy, crunchy.
It's just like drinking perfume.
This is why I love this release. Like this Ochota Barrels spring release. It's for wines like this that are
springtime drinking.
made to be drunk in the sun. Now that it's starting to warm up. Thank God.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
It's just delicious. Like pink and red fruits, really playful. But there's this pillowiness to it as well. It's not too frisky. This is the thing with Ochota Barrels wines, and this was the hallmark of Taras Ochota's winemaking, is that, and I was talking, I had dinner with Andre Bondar last week.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise that Dre and Taras were great mates. They went to uni
They went to uni together,
Yeah, they're like best mates.
Yeah.
And I was talking about this with Andre, and he said it was the inspiration of his winemaking. And the point I'm getting to is there's a tension in all of his wines. Somehow, I shouldn't say, in Amber's wines and the Ochota Barrels wines, but led by Taras. It was his technique and his vision to have wines that feel al dente, like just ripe. He picks them on the verge of ripeness, and then he's a master of texture, of working in that texture. And you get these wines that tingle on the tongue and feel alive, but then at the same time have this softness and cuddliness and approachability to them. And it's kind of a head fuck. It's kind of confusing to your palate because you're not used to it. Because I'm like, is this underripe? Is this soft and cuddly? Like, what is it? But it's just delicious. And the wines haven't changed in style since Taras passed away. And it's so great to see that year after year, you get these delicious bottles served up. Enough, but I just love it.
Yeah, I know. I love it too, man. I'm into it. This is this is the wine in the lineup that sort of moves around the most. I love this release. You know why? It's the Pinot. The Pinot really kind of grounds this wine because it gives it lift and like that sort of levity, but it gives it softness. Whereas some years, like I know previously, like when it's been Gamay led, try and get that like super light mid, halfway between rosé and red thing, that it can get a little bit nervier because Gamay, like you end up getting a little bit more tannin or something. Whereas this has just got like softness to it.
Yeah.
It's a humdinger.
It's great.
It's a ripping vintage of this wine. I am stoked.
There's a little surprising tannin there as well that creeps in on the back that I didn't see the first time.
Yes.
Let's keep moving. Come on.
Let's go.
So much for our speed taste. All right. Now for a similar but different beast, the Green Room Grenache.
Yeah. So
You can see just a touch darker in colour, but this is the same vineyard
Barely.
as the
Look at
Rosé.
it.
McLaren Vale Grenache.
look at that.
Different to the Fugazi Grenache, which is very well known for, which comes from a different site and is darker and a bit more structured. This is still 1946.
Yep.
We just got to the end of World War II.
Yep.
I think I said it last time, but can you imagine the bloke, you know, whoever's planted this vineyard in 1946, do you think this is what they imagined it would become?
No.
I think they'd be pretty stoked though.
Mate, slotted it again.
Yeah.
This is a ripping release. Like, from
So far, no misses, eh?
no misses, hey? Oh, this is good, man. These wines are very dialed in. I was a little bit scared when, like, knowing how hard and fast
Challenging vintage,
25 was. I was like, man, these wines might, you know, it's a tough year because, you know, she's got a lot of help, but Amber's basically a one-woman show down there. Like, you know, there's Lucas is helping make the wines and Yari's hanging around doing whatever he can through vintage. But
This is really good.
it's on point. Like, it's picked just on a knife edge. Like, this is...
Yeah, so 11.2 alcohol there. So if you want big, ballsy Aussie Reds, look away, turn off the channel, throw your TV or computer out the window. This is not what you're going to get from these wines. These are light and playful and delicate, but they're
Wait,
so
did you
yummy.
just tell him to turn off the YouTube?
Yeah.
Don't do that. Wait, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Turn it off.
Comments about how much you love 15% Aussie Shiraz.
Yeah. Joy. I love, like, I think this is picked, you know, like white strawberry? You know, before, if you look at a strawberry and you've got, like, here's all the dark red juicy bit and then there's the white bit. It's like, it's white strawberry all day, hey?
Oh,
It's
man. Dude, how's a tannin there? I mean, look, it's planted on limestone schist and you see that rockiness. That creeps up on you. You think this is going to be this little playful fridge red and all of a sudden you're like, fucking, it's chewy. It's serious. It's savoury.
No, it's not. It's not fucking serious. It's fun.
Yeah, okay, but you know what I mean.
You know what I mean? Like-
But I guess it adds a dimension.
Yeah.
With that little bit of structure.
It's
that
got
comes
more
in the
tannin
back.
than what you think it's going to when
Yeah.
you look at it.
Maybe
for
it's,
sure.
maybe it's the vintage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same talking points as the texture though. Just walks that tightrope beautifully.
So
Doesn't it?
these are like the texture and the green room are the sort of two wines that I like. I usually like flip on what I think is better this year. I'm going to go with the texture. I think that's my pick out of these two.
I think I'm going with this. Just for the tannin, just the extra tannin for me.
Well, that's handy because we can both take each of them home. Rock and roll.
We're not even done. We're not even done.
All right. Cool.
Tell them the price, son.
Tell them the price. They're all about $40.
Pinot Meunier, the mark of Cain.
The mark of Cain. Usually, like, on this release, like this springtime release, this is kind of, this and the Botanicals are usually the two where it's impossible to get.
Yeah.
But they sell out like that.
We have a little bit more in 25.
1,800 bottles
many
produced this year.
Many thanks to Amber, but we have a little bit more. This is Piccadilly Pinot Meunier, so Adelaide Hills. How old's the vineyard there? 1990. So there you go. So it's a 35-year-old site. And this is bottle number 1352, 12.8%. Amber.
Yeah. This is the big boy.
This is the big
Yeah. How funny. That's a Grenache at 11.7 and then we got Pinot Meunier at 12.8.
So I opened an older bottle of this for my 40th a couple weekends ago.
How'd it go?
I know you didn't make it to the...
Are we back here, Tom? Jesus. I've got a busted shoulder. Leave me alone.
Well, you didn't then, to be honest, but it's okay. No, I opened an older bottle of this wine, about 6-7 years old, and it looked fantastic, unreal. So Pinot Meunier, not that many straight Pinot Meuniers in Australia. There's a handful of well-known ones, but you know,
If you're
Ochota
gonna
Barrels, they do it differently.
If you're going to do it, you do it in Piccadilly as well. Because, like, you know, I assume it was planted for sparkling base.
It must have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it seems weird to go, like, a Pinot, then a Grenache, and then Pinot Meunier in the tasting lineup. But this has definitely got the most flesh on the bones of the three reds so far.
Yeah.
Yeah?
But it just tastes pink.
Yeah.
And maybe the label's doing my head, playing my head, but
it's definitely doing. It's like the olive tree.
There's a fairy floss kind of thing to it.
Definitely, there's lavender. I
Yeah.
get like crazy lavender kick out of it.
Yeah.
Pink peppercorn, like it's got like a nice like kind of pink spicy lift to it. It is. It's the electric neon like funk boogaloo whatever of wine. It's bloody delicious, man. How cool. Because we usually get bugger all of these wines. Like sometimes we don't even put this on the website because I'll just buy whatever we've got and drink it because it's just
Sometimes it's as little as like 6 or 12 bottles, maybe 24.
Yeah.
We have a little bit more this year. I say a little bit more. What do you got? 4 or 5 dozen? Like bugger all, but enough to justify opening a bottle, having a taste. How good is it?
that's the pick so far.
Ooh, yeah,
I
you're
think
probably
so.
right.
I think it's that and then texture
They look so good, man.
and then oh yes, come on, let's go.
I love Ochota Barrels.
All right, this next wine. This is the one I'm scared about because I read Amber's notes on it. It's called "Where's the Pope?" ? Where's the Pope? McLaren Vale Syrah. So this is South Australian Shiraz that comes in at 10.5% alcohol. It was picked like the 29th of January or something like that.
So I think she says the first time they've ever had fruit come in at January. That's
terrified.
a sign of the vintage.
I'm terrified that this is going to be green and kind of wonky. And like, why are we drinking a 10% alcohol McLaren Vale Shiraz?
The other right, Alex Shulkin, he gives some of those low alcohol McLaren Vale Shiraz and they're gorgeous wines.
He does, that's true. Oh God. Tell me it's good.
It smells really good.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kind of restrained, isn't it?
Oh, I thought it was going to be like really, really bunchy and herbal. And
She uses some bunch in this.
Definitely,
It gets a fair whack.
but it's more floral than it is herbal.
Yeah. It's quite restrained, isn't it?
How does it drink though? This is the thing. Like, can you have delicious, flavorful Shiraz at 10.5%?
Look, it's yummy. It's very light. It's very light. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if like there's another half to 1% Beaumet in there that just adds a bit of like guts and all.
It's pretty light. It's really interesting.
Like, it's very tasty.
It's very
But
tasty.
where I think the other varieties lend themselves to that style, I think this is maybe crying out for just like a little bit more. It's got a bit more under the hood.
This is definitely the leanest vintage of this wine, but typically I know it's labelled as McLaren Vale, but it always has felt to me more like a Hillsy style of Syrah because
some of those vineyards aren't far
I
apart.
know, like maybe it's Clarendon or maybe it's, but this because you can see this just creeping right up to that like black olive tapenade sort of thing. It's right there, but it hasn't quite gotten into that territory yet. So where you're stuck is like all red fruit, freshness, brightness. The tannin's there.
Yeah, tannin's there.
Like there's freshness and acidity there. I don't know.
Look,
I'm a bit confused by it.
Yeah, me too. I think it's really tasty. I just feel like where the other ones feel like they belong in the spot they're in, I think this might be crying out for just a little bit more flesh on it to really express itself. But hey, that's just my opinion. It's still a very tasty drink, and that's the style, the Ochota Barrels style. They're always on that precipice of ripeness.
It's still pretty cool.
It's cool.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. It's cool. It's just one where I feel like, imagine if this had just a little bit more.
Like I can imagine some old bloke like asking for a glass of Shiraz, and then someone dropping that on him, and him just be like, "The fuck."
All right. Now we're going to finish with something a bit weird, and now this is a wine that not that many people ever get to taste because it's so scarce.
500 bottles.
That's how much they made this year?
505, Thomas. There is 504 in the world after this.
I'm so glad we get to show this wine because Botanicals, oh my God,
Check
what
it
an
out.
amazing wine.
So
Tell the lovely people about Botanicals.
So the Botanicals story is basically, this is kind of the vermouth-inspired witch's brew that is sort of the heart and soul of Ochota Barrels in a weird way. It's really unlike any other wine in Australia. So basically the shtick is there's like a continuous ferment that rolls throughout vintage, which is like you add a bucket of the Gewürz when it comes in, you add some of the Syrah, you get some Pinot Noir, and you just keep adding. Amber just keeps adding to this one ferment. So you
Can I read Amber's note on this?
Yeah, give me 1 sec. Let me explain the process,
yeah.
And then you can give it her note. And then, so what you've got is you've got a combination of every wine that's picked throughout the vintage. Then Amber and the kids go and search the garden and pick what they call a bouquet garni, basically like a giant like herbal tea bag full of all the herbs and whatever in the garden. So you've got like sage and wormwood and what's the list here?
Mate. So sage, lemon peel, oregano, lavender, rose petals, wormwood, bay leaves, thyme, grapefruit peel, mint, lemon balm, Lebanon verbena. They in their favourite basket. They drive around. The kids have this little pink car.
Yes. And they basically dunk it in like a giant tea bag into the ferment. So what you get is, you get the essence of, the Ochota Barrels home and their garden infused with whatever happened in that vintage and what fruit came in. So it's kind of just like this beautiful little time capsule of a wine. Yeah. And it feels like it's an aromatized wine. So it's kind of like, if you dig vermouth, you're going to dig this.
She said it's her favourite botanical.
It smells fucking incredible. I mean, it smells amazing. So the first thing I got out of it was like the lemon thyme thing is like, boop, like really high on the nose this year.
Lemon thyme.
What's the tan?
Lemon thyme.
It's so beautiful. So I get mint, lavender's really high in there as well. It's very sagey. It's really sagey, actually.
You know what I think this works so well this year? The fruit has little bit more say in this wine. Like the botanicals are an accent and playing second fiddle to the fruit, and I think that works really well. Some years, the botanicals have taken over, and it's like really wild. This is like much more balanced.
Dude, years ago, I was judging at a wine show. I was a baby junior, whatever they call the junior judge. And
is that when Nick Spencer put toilet paper all over?
Yes, that son of a bitch, yes. But there's like the judge's dinner and it's like, bring a bottle along.
Yeah.
And I brought this. And it split the room.
Oh, I'm sure it would have.
Like,
Hunter Valley.
Yeah, it was like New South Wales Wine Awards. And half of them absolutely fucking loved it. And we're like, what? Who brought this? What is this? And this is delicious. And then the other half was like, that's not wine.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's
their home.
It's their home. It's their home and what happened that year. And that's what I love about this wine.
Yeah, and why should we judge? It's their home. And I love that. So I love these wines. I love everything about Ochota Barrels. It's been a really important label for us in our wine journey.
Yep.
Taras is an incredible guy. Amber's amazing. There's just magic about this, and we love them. And the wines are just delicious. There's just no two ways about it. So I'm very happy to...
She's spot on, man. That's the best release of that. That's so good.
It's great. So very happy to offer these out. We bought as much as we can of these wines. That said, they're never available by Christmas. Like, they come and go in the first month or two every year. So if you want to try these wines, get on board. They're still remarkable value. The price basically hasn't moved in 10 years. It's just amazing. And that's one of the real great things about this label is there's no greed. It's so generous and delicious. So just magic, guys. Buy the wines. Support this beautiful family. It's really great. All right, mate. After the million bottles we've opened, should we get blind? Should we get blind? Let's get blind.
Yeah.
All right, we are back, mate, with our 1 minute blind tasting battle round. I've got some ground to make up. You've overtaken me.
I'm up.
Not happy about this at all. We're going to be quick, mate. I'll go do the kids' pickup run. So I'm glad it's a 1 minute blind challenge.
It's a 1 minute blind taste.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, your time starts now.
Okay, so it's orchard fruit. It smells a little limey. It smells, you know what? It kind of smells like Hunter Semillon. But you're not gonna give me Hunter Semillon.
I wouldn't do it to you twice, bro.
Why would it be Hunter Semillon? It smells like Hunter Semillon with age. But it is definitely not Hunter Semillon. Where am I at? Time-wise?
25 seconds.
Oh
left.
shit, oh shit. All right. So it's pretty big. It's definitely some oak. It's kind of waxy. It's not really waxy, but it feels like almost honeyed. It's like apples and honey and like salted lime, and which is like it's kind of like.
You're looking to guess, mate.
There's gonna be like something like Chenin Blanc,
2.
Australian Chenin Blanc, or WA Chenin Blanc. Something like that. Something like that.
All right, so we've landed on.
But you gave me a Chenin Blanc like what 2 weeks ago?
I mean, I really like Chenin Blanc.
You wouldn't give me Chenin Blanc again. That was a terrible.
No,
guess.
I wouldn't give you Chenin Blanc again.
No.
Should we reveal?
No.
Did you like the wine?
I don't even know. I'm just trying to work it out. This is not fun, this 1 minute tasting thing.
I think it's pretty tasty.
Do you know what I mean? It smells like Semillon, but you're not going to
Yeah.
give me Hunter Semillon.
Yeah. All right, should we reveal? Mm-hmm. All right. It is WA Chenin Blanc. WA Chenin Blanc, Vino Volta,
Yes!
Swan Valley. Oh, he's throwing a gauntlet down. Well played.
Apple cider.
Apple cider.
Apple cider, man. I was like, it's vinegary. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's a little bit honeyed.
Yeah.
The palate. But it does, I don't know what it is. I just saw Hunter Semillon on the nose, like aged Hunter Sem. And
These guys have a really good grasp on Chenin
so
Blanc.
this is Garth.
This is Garth.
This is
yeah.
Swan Valley. This is not
Correct.
Margaret River.
Yes. The Rockets Vineyard.
And it's old vine, isn't it? This is like
Yeah.
100-year-old Chenin Blanc.
I don't know. No, 25-year-old.
Is it? Okay. But this is the same one
It's
that...
quarter-century-year-old vine.
It's the same one that Rob and Genevieve gave for Corinthia.
Yeah, same video. But more texture. Theirs is really lean and flinty. This is like a bit of oak, bit of texture to it. It's delicious.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a big mouthful.
He
of
wouldn't do
Chenin.
Chenin Blanc again. I fucking love Chenin Blanc. So I'll just do it again next week. And
What
then
did you
when
do
did
Chenin?
then when do you
You
go
pissed
there?
at me for doing 2 fucking wines from Sicily back to back. You did 2 Chenin Blancs.
All right, well done, mate. God, that's going to be hard for me now.
All right. Oh, you got no chance here, Tom. You got to close your eyes. All right. Monsieur Thomas, we are back.
We're back.
Yes.
Oh, God. So I need to beat you, basically, I need to pick the vintage as well, or the producer or something.
Oh, mate, you're dead in the water here.
You didn't specify the region. You said the state. You didn't specify Swan Valley. You said WA. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think I had no chance. All right.
All right, you're dead on this one. All right, if you pick this, I leave the show and I will never play this again. That might not be true. But...
All right, let's go.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Oh, bloody hell. No way. What on earth is that?
Yes. Yes, Thomas.
It doesn't smell like anything.
It kind of does. You got to get in there.
Oh, yeah. It's got a bit of age. I am absolutely lost. What's my time?
Well, you're at 27, 26, 25. Work backwards. Oz or not?
I'm not convinced it's Australian, no.
European, American. You got 13 seconds. You better say something.
I think it might be like a Cote de Rhone.
Yeah, CDR.
Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of character. It looks a little bit old world. I'm going to lock in Cote de Rhone, basically. I'm supremely
There it is.
unconfident with that
There it is.
response. This could be my worst attempt.
Mate, I gave you just the worst wine in the world to try and pick as well. So here we go.
What have you done to me?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is the Themiopolis Young Bones in a Mavro. Yeah. Yeah, how do you like them apples?
Aren't we friends? Aren't we meant to be mates? What the fuck is that?
I don't
How am I
know.
meant to guess that?
I just wanted to try it. Because
pretty tasty,
it's
isn't it?
only new.
It's okay. Like, You know what? The last vintage had more structure.
Yeah.
And, you know, if I saw the tannin, my mind would have immediately gone to Zinamavro.
Totally. I know what you mean.
It's just a bit like...
It looks a bit
meh.
It looks a bit flat, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's fine. It's like a slurpy, nondescript red.
Yeah. I tasted it and I was like, the bottle's fine. It doesn't look like it's bottle affected. It just looks like...
No.
Yeah, and I'm like...
It looks like a warmer vintage or something.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have the same kind of definition, same spice, same
This
tannin.
typically is an absolute banger of a bargain.
Yeah.
And...
To be fair, to be clear, it's a nice drink.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that drink. It just doesn't have the same kind of detail as last year's.
Tannin, fruit ripeness.
It had Nebbiolo tannin last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, so
anyway,
look,
Zinamavro is not the easiest variety to pick blind.
Mate, you win today.
Oh, but
Well done.
but now I feel terrible. You gave me Chenin Blanc.
I am coming for you next week.
No, what am I
You have
done?
no chance. You're going to get like the Botanicals or something.
Oh, fuck. Well, I would
probably
pick that.
yeah.
I would pick that.
Oh, mate, well done. Another fabulous week of tasting, some amazing
Heavy
bottles.
tasting.
So much. And guys, it's just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many great new wines into the store. This is the time of year when the winemakers are done with their winter hibernation. They're back from Europe and they're all releasing their wines. And there are so many great new wines coming to the D&D store. So check them out.
Yep.
As always, jump in the comments. We honestly love hearing from you. Like and subscribe. And any feedback, good or bad, for the channel, we're all ears. So get in.
Well,
thank you.
not really bad. Like bad feedback, we're probably not going to take on board, but any good feedback, we'd love to.
It'll make us feel good. So thank you. We love you guys. Thanks for watching so much, and we'll see you again very soon.
Shout out.
Cheers.
See you soon.